Hello there, and welcome to Health and Science. Today's topic is alcohol. So let's start off by describing what is alcohol, or alcohols. As alcohols, they are organic compounds. They are a group of compounds that are mostly poisonous, but in small doses they also act as sedatives. The alcohol beverages contain ethanol, which is one of alcohols. Here in right you can see the composition of ethanol molecule, and ethanol is water-soluble alcohol that causes the sedative effects in small doses. So because it's water-soluble, it gets carried on through our bloodstream. And in higher doses, ethanol causes nausea, vomiting and heart seizure. So it's really lethal in high doses, and this is called alcohol poisoning, which will usually kill the victim. So ethanol gets into our system usually by drinking, and it usually gets small amounts get absorbed through our mouth and through our stomach, because there is mucous tissue which also absorbs the ethanol, but mostly it gets transferred into our intestines, and from there on it gets absorbed into our bloodstream. And you can see the bloodstream here, and by bloodstream it gets all over into our body, including our brains, which cause the sedative effects. Blood alcohol content is measured in per mils, and here you can see the sign of per mil. 1 per mil means that there is 1 gram of pure ethanol in liter of blood. So for example, 5 per mils means that there are 5 grams of pure alcohol in liter of blood. So important thing here is the amount of water from the body weight, because there is a big difference between man and a woman. In man's body there is usually much more water than in woman's body, because woman has more fat tissue in her body, and this amount of water is crucial because the amount of alcohol that gets absorbed in your body affects differently. So because there is a bigger mass of water in man's body, the same amount gets absorbed into a bigger pool, and this causes the per mils to be lower than in women's body. So because there is less water to absorb the alcohol, there is more per mils, and this means you get more drunk. So this is the reason why men usually are not affected as much by alcohol than women. And the same goes for children, and because children are usually smaller in size than adults, so there is less weight, which means less water in the body, and this means more per mils. So this causes the effects, and this is why smaller amounts of alcohol get children more drunk. Finally, your liver metabolizes the alcohol away from your system, and if you drink excessively, this causes the hangover, where your body fights the symptoms of withdrawal of ethanol, and it's really unpleasant feeling. There is included headaches and nausea, or depending on how much alcohol was in the system. So some statistics to the end. Here is some statistics that about alcohol consumption of someone of your age, and it is, you can see from here that there is 6.5% of the boys who drink every week, and for girls this is 3.7%. And the trend has been downward lately. It almost seems like drinking alcohol has gone out of vogue a bit. So from 2004, when they started getting these results, the trend has been downward. As well as those that are really drunk at least once a month, this amount has also gone down from 2004, and during these days for boys it's about 12% of someone of 14 to 15 years old that are drunk every month, and for girls it's a bit lower, and this has been a good trend. So as your homework, think about this: why do underage drink? What personal reasons might there be, and what social reasons might there be? Are there some situations that the young people are forced to drink even though they wouldn't want to? And we can carry on from this in the class.